I got him out. And took his tail off. So you can go for a head break. Oh, really? The natives shot me. Oh, at least they paralyzed it. Ah. And now it's mad. I can't remember if we're able to get high rank materials on this particular mission. We'll just pick up stuff where we can. Ow. Looks like it's limping. Where's it going? Having blue sharpness is nice on this particular weapon. We should be good to not bounce off on things for a while. Yeah, it's something. We'll take a minute. So you can get a face break. The explosions going off are the result of my blast element. Basically, blast accumulates the more you hit something, and after it accumulates enough, it sets off an explosion that does additional damage to the monster. One poison. There we go. Yep, we've got Puke Scale Plus. Those are officially high rank materials. wing, scale, carapace, which is the high rank shell equivalent. And we've got some new cooking ingredients as well.
Is everyone present? Good. And let's begin this emergency council session. Since we resolved the mystery surrounding Zora Magdaros, I've received some alarming news.
The field team reports that they're observing a shift in monster behavior, namely invading other territories. On top of this disturbing information is the sudden appearance of older and more powerful monsters. Much more powerful than the types of monsters we're used to seeing around here. A number of hunters have already been hurt, some with very serious injuries. And I believe the 5th has more information they'd like to add.
Yes, sir. The other day, we discovered a strange trail in the Wildspire Waste. My opinion is that it belongs to a Rathian, but I'm not 100% sure. The size and other distinctive traits are there, but something is off.
Monsters are growing more powerful. And now, we might even have a new species on our hands. I highly doubt this is a coincidence.
Sir, what do you suggest we do, Commander?
Our damn jobs. We're a research commission. Get to researching. And while we're at it, we need to achieve 2 things. First, those dangerous monsters need to be taken care of. I'll be sending our best teams to each area. Second, we need to pick up where the 5th left off and gather more evidence on that new monster. While you're out there, keep your eyes peeled for any clues.
Understood, sir. We won't let you down.
Good. But exercise extreme caution. These monsters are nothing like the ones you've encountered before. Dismissed!
All right. So now we've transitioned into high rank. The question mark Rathian species is basically an objective-based quest where you look for different signs, and then once you've accumulated enough of the tracks and monster evidence, then you get an assigned quest. And it should have unlocked a new tier of upgrades as well.
Rathian or not, we need to find that monster. And listen up.
How you doing?
Okay, partner? We need to find more of our mystery monsters trail. We should check every region. You can go on an expedition or an optional quest. Take your pick.
Right, so any mission we take on in the different areas will have a chance of showing the question mark Rathian tracks, and we just need to gather enough of them to complete the research. A bunch of the late game objectives function like this, where you have to go and find stuff, and then it opens up a quest for you to take down the target.
All right.
Redefining the power couple. 2 targets.
All right.
I believe these are mantles, which we'll need to get at some point.
Your gear holding up?
The high rank armor stuff pretty much unlocks all at once for a lot of the basic gear. The ones with the alpha and beta sets denote high rank. So now we'll need to take a look at what's out here and start gearing a preliminary set of armor to use, since our low rank stuff is not going to cut it for defense at high rank. And the gear looks different too for some of the sets. Leather more or less looks the same. We don't have any of this stuff for this. Leather be the alpha and beta sets have different looks, and they function a little bit differently. The alpha sets usually have innate skills that they impart, and the beta sets have less skills built in. But if you look at the right side under slots, they've got decoration slots that allow you to customize and change your skill loadouts. Let's see, I don't want to go through all of these since not all of them are going to be useful for what we're doing here. There is a high rank butterfly set, gives evade window, has level 2 quick sheath, which isn't bad. Oh, the chest piece and the waist piece we can get level 3 quick sheath, that's nice. Vespoid set we didn't have unlocked before. This one is another bug armor set. Quick sheath on the helm, windproof on the torso, paralysis attack on the hands, paralysis resist on the waist piece, and honey hunter and paralysis resist on the legs. Beta version is pretty much the same with different color parts. Castodon, affinity sliding and focus. That's something to consider for the next set. Gajao boots are aquatic expert in water attack. The FalKKonE alpha set looks like this. The original low rank FalKKonE set look pretty similar. The alpha set on high rank is basically just a color change, but the FalKKonE beta set looks a little bit different. The hood's different, and the arm pieces are a little more armored and don't have the feathery cloak. But FalKKonE Spore Puff expert on the hat, which is a buff to those things that cloak you briefly. The male has item prolonger, which increases duration of temporary items. Botanist, which gets you another herb per gather. The hands have poison resist and poison attack. The waist has poison attack. And the legs has Botanist and Spore Puff Expert. For the beta, I'm not going to go through all these like this since it'll just take a long time. The beta set has similar skills, but a couple less. It doesn't have 2, but it has more customization slots. Now the Zora set, which we unlocked by getting to high rank, this set looks like this. It's a pretty neat Lord of the Rings-ish kind of queen-looking set. And this one has Handicraft on the head, Blast Attack on the head, which would actually be pretty good considering using a blast weapon. Blast Attack increases blast buildup by 5%, and a bonus 10 to the elemental value, I believe that is. The chest piece has Blast Attack level 2 and Windproof. The arms has Free Element, which allows you to unlock hidden elements on certain weapons, and Bombardier, which is increased damage of explosive items. The waist piece has Fortify, which increases your attack and defense each time you get KO'd, and Tremor Res, which is nullifying ground tremors. And the legs has Bombardier level 2 and earplugs. Overall, this set isn't too bad. I seem to remember a lot of people going for a full Zora set just as the starter high rank set. It's basically meant to be your transition set once you get to high rank, and then after you're there, you start building for specific skill sets. That might not be a bad idea for what we're doing here, especially since we can synergize the blast attack and handicraft. Let's see. The free element and bombardier isn't particularly useful. I wonder if there's anything here we can use on the hands that has focus. Yes, actually, the Kestodon arms have focus. So let's see if we did this. Zora head, Zora chest piece, Kestodon hands, waist piece, fortified tremor res isn't too useful, and bombardier and earplugs aren't really critical for our build either. So I wonder if any of the waist pieces have focus. They do not. Chainmail has quick sheath. Let's see, what about the leg pieces for the stuff that we've got unlocked? Now that we're in high rank, synergizing all of our skill sets based around a greatsword build is kind of the priority. Doesn't look like anything has focus. You could go Kestodon hands, Zora head, Zora chest piece, and let's see. Could go Zora waist piece for now. We're going to want to focus on defense as well. And for legs, nothing has. Oh, I forgot there's a harvest. There's a high rank harvest set as well. Ideally, we'd want this, but we don't have the high rank drops in order to make it yet. Ideally, we want something that looks like that, I think. And let's see. I don't have the Juratotis high rank set unlocked yet. I wonder if the high rank set has focus. Right now we're using the low rank Jura set, and it does have focus. I'm curious as to whether or not the high rank set has that. Well, what I could do, just to sort of make my job easier. Well, let's see. We could go out and do a high rank Juratotis hunt and see if that gets us focus. I was gonna say I could just go and look it up, but we are gonna probably need Juratotis bits for water-based stuff. So let's see. What I think I'm going to do for the playthrough here is, off camera, I'm going to run the Zora Siege a few more times, since it's not terribly exciting to watch. But if I do that and get these 3 pieces, and then we fill out the last couple, then that should be a pretty good base starting set for high rank. But before we do that, let's see if there's a high rank Zora quest, or Juratotis quest we can go on. And it does not look like it. Basically, we have Puke Puke and Baroth. We could go on an expedition and try and pull Juratotus. Let's see. The expedition list should tell us if it's even in the Wildspire locale. Since we have to go there and look for tracks, that might not be a bad idea.